Today is day 64 of Milwordy, week 10. Not sure if you can hear that, but my husband is trying to make shelves for this. It's really hard to get work done right now. And the finished product. I think it looks great. Okay, new theory. I might be a semi-night owl, but I have to wake up early, so I'm not one. I don't know. It is day 64, end of day 64, week 10 of Milwordy, the start of week 10. It is 11:40 at night. I need to go to bed, but I was trying to stay up and watch the election results, which is probably going to take days to come about anyways. I actually thought I was not going to do well with NaNoWriMo, and I got only 500 something words in the quick spurt I gave myself after work today. And then I picked up my laptop again and wrote more after my kids went to bed, and I got a lot more words. Not like crazy amount, but I'm going above the average minimum. Yay! 6,153. I did 1,832 words today, which is better than yesterday, but not as good as November 1st. I am a little worried right now because I'm on chapter 5 and I'm not quite sure what's going to happen after chapter 5 because that's kind of where I finished outlining, but I got some ideas, so we're going to see. And then also I'll just read over my synopsis and see if it jogs any memories. And I need to stop calling it a synopsis because it's kind of one, but it's not one. So I'll fix that. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, and I'm really liking my story, Project Parallel, because I found the punny humor hilarious. It's always fun when you can throw in what I call time travel humor type thing, but here's an example. So they travel through parallel universes by mirrors / reflective surfaces, so still water counts. So and when the main character is talking to herself in this other world, but they don't look like each other because one's male, one's female, she says, "Yeah, it was a hard decision to make, but after I took a hard look in the mirror, I knew what I had to do." And just that little pun there, because she knows she went through a mirror to end up in that universe. It was kind of fun. There's little things like that. But yeah, either way, NaNoWriMo is going well. I hope to achieve it, but we'll see. And I will talk to y'all when I remember to record. It is day 65 of Milwordy. I haven't started anything because it's before work and I gotta go to work first. But I was thinking about the difference between this second novel and my first. And even though I did write a few short stories in between the novels, I find it interesting. And I keep on saying novel, but honestly, I don't know how long this second story is going to be. So I don't know. Maybe it's a novella. That's the incorrect way to pronounce it. It's novella, not novella. Either way. But the difference is that my chapters are half the length of my chapters in my first book. And I am trying third person past tense, whereas my other book was first person present tense. Oh my god, it is so difficult to write an entire novel in first person present and then now write a novel in third person past. That's what I'm dealing with. And I'm just thinking about the differences. Other than, you know, my second story being sci-fi and the first one being just contemporary, could be women's fiction. I know some people don't like that category or subcategory, subgenre. God, I can't think of words. Okay. I'm going to work. I at least know what I need to do there with work. Writing, on the other hand, we'll figure that one out as we go along. So I learned something about myself today, which is I may not think I'm doing great on words and I'm not going to get them, but once I get into the groove, I start typing away, and like today, I got 2,740 words. And I really like that little uptick right there, because come on, if you know me, you know that I do a lot better. I feel a lot better when I'm in the positive on any of my goals. So this really got me thinking that for those of you that don't know, I wrote my manuscript, my first one, in 34 days. I really want to show y'all how I was tracking that, and I think I'm going to do that now. Now, those of you who may not know me or be new to my channel, I wrote my first manuscript in 34 days. I know I didn't start tracking until 16 May, but I know I actually started based on text messages with my mother on 11 May. And I was able to finish this manuscript, which was 69,803 words by the end of the first draft. I was able to finish that by 13 June. So looking back over this, it makes me realize I had some under 1,000 words day. I skipped a day there. I don't think I skipped another day, but still, like, it made me realize it's completely okay to be above average, to be below average, to be way below average, to not write anything. I mean, I'm already counting, what, 3 or more under 1,000 days, and that's okay. So this reflection of what I have done in the past is helping me realize what I am able to do with NaNoWriMo. And please ignore my crazy scrolling. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and I also tracked my editing later, where I added some words because I'm an underwriter.
So with that, I guess the weekend is going to be my catch up for beta reading or critiquing and such. But that's okay. I'm still enjoying Nano. I still don't think I'm going to get 50,000 just because I know I'm going to miss a huge chunk later. But I think there's actually a strong chance of me hitting over 10,000 words on day 5, which is kind of what my goal is for Nano, since I do plan to take time off. That I'm hoping to be, if I do reach 50,000, I reach it before day 25. And then the math in my head was, if I do at least 2,000 words a day, I'll be able to reach it on day 25. But if I do even better than that, then maybe even before day 25. But things happen, life happens, and at the end of the day, speaking of Milwordy goals, because I said that was my primary goal, I just wanted to be able to write more in November. And by writing, I mean drafting, outlining, editing, than I did in October. And I think I will do that. No problem. So, NaNoWriMo at least has that. It is day 65 of Milwordy, and I'm going strong.
We are on day 67 of Milwordy. I don't think I recorded yesterday at all. 66. Either way, okay. Day 67 of Milwordy, November 6th of NaNoWriMo. And I'm still on track, still in the positive. Yesterday, I only wrote 437 words. Today, I was a little worried because it was 9:15 at night and I hadn't written a thing with my Nano project. Now, I did get an idea to rewrite the entire last chapter of my first manuscript because I'm crazy. That's why. But I rewrote that one, so those words count. I critiqued 2 or 3 stories, so that counted. And then I was able to write 1,683 words from 9:15
to 11 o'clock at night. Holy moly. Like, that just usually doesn't happen. Like, it's for me to just sit down and knock it out. Usually it takes like the whole evening. But I had been thinking about ideas on this, and I've written up through chapter 8, and it threw me off because my chapter 8 is only 601 words, and so far every other chapter has been like over 1,000. But I'm thinking chapter 8, it's very emotional, and I'm thinking it being shorter actually packs a bigger punch. So I don't know, we're gonna see about that. I'll see when I get beta readers or probably alpha readers. But I'm still excited for this story. I ended up also semi-outlining the next 4 chapters. So I had an idea of like what's going to happen. And I have this idea of like this piece of information needs to be plugged in here, but it's not going to be pertinent until like 4 chapters down. I'm still excited for this story. I still don't know how long it's going to be, but I'm 8 chapters in and I'm at 11,013 words. So we'll see. It is day 68 of Milwordy, November 7th of NaNoWriMo. God, I can't think. But I haven't gotten any writing done. The day is early. The day is young. We'll go with one of those. And I'm going to get some writing done and then some critiquing done because I'm a little behind in that as well. But I'm doing okay. It's 2:40. Still day 67. Is it 67? 68. And I haven't written a thing. It is the end of day 68 of Milwordy. And I'm going crazy. So I got this rule that I can't do any critiquing until I get my writing done. Well, I don't get my writing even started / done until after 9 o'clock. Okay, tonight was 8:15, but now it's 10:50 at night. Finally got my writing done, which is 1,719 words for today. Awesome. Happy with that. Great. But really, mind, could we, like, when I sit down to work on this at 9 in the morning, get my writing done instead of at 9 o'clock at night? Because now I haven't done any critiquing, and yes, I'm doing fine with Milwordy, but I got plans for later this month where I'm not going to be able to get these things done as easily. So it'd be kind of cool if my mind jumped on board with that. It is day 69 of Milwordy, and 8:38 in the morning. I plan to get some writing done, hopefully this morning. Then I can critique for the rest of the day because I'm a little behind on my critiquing. We'll see. Yes, it is day 70 already, and we're doing an overview. As you can see, week 10 was pretty sweet for me, Milwordy-wise. I'm in the positive, kind of continuing that path that I had in the positive from week 9. And I was able to write in my Project Parallel Nano project every single day, as you see as I highlight everything. But this week, at the end of day 9 of Nano, I should be at 15,000 words, and I'm only at 13,950. Not the best look for myself right now, being 1,050 off. But you know what? It's okay, because as I'm about to cover, I got a lot of secondary goals. Now, this video is already going to get it pretty long because I talked a lot this time. But let's go ahead and add up where I would be if I stuck to the average daily writing goal. And it's been 70 days, so I'd be at 381,501. Now, I started week 10 at 370,000, and I ended week 10 at 417,000. Of course, there's extra numbers after that, but I'm trying to be quick here. Now, I'm curious because, like I said, I plan to not write later this month. That's the whole reason why I was doing this cushion, so I could not take my laptop with me for Thanksgiving. So let's just see what the difference is. That's at 33,000 difference between where I should be at a minimum
on average wise and where I am currently. And when we take that difference and divide it by the average, that gives me a little over 6 days of cushion here. I'm probably going to get another day or two in there, which is not bad. Now, here's the thing. While I'm gone, to help with my writing and editing numbers here, I do plan to take a notebook and handwrite on Project Parallel if I haven't finished Project Parallel. If I have finished Project Parallel, then I will handwrite my other story for Nano, which will be the Couple Sessions, which is the companion novel to my first manuscript. And now let's look to see how I guess, am doing on my secondary goals. I am writing a lot more, thanks to Project Parallel. I've edited a good bit. My critiquing has gone down a little bit. And my reading has gone down percentage-wise, as it has from previous months. And that's been my main goal, where progressively I'm going to be writing more as we get through this full 365 of Milwordy. And we'll scroll over to pretty much the same chart, but it's a little bit more concise where I don't have as many things broke out. So I got my writing, which is including outlining the words that I write comment-wise to the critiques that I'm reading, which the numbers are going up. Reading is consistent, and my editing is broken out away from the writing. But I mean, reading has gone down. Percentages are doing good. My secondary goal is doing great. I'm happy with this, and now I'm going to help explain why I'm happy with this with my closing remarks. So, NaNoWriMo, this last day, has kind of slid down a little bit, but I actually didn't expect to even plan out a book, and I have 20 chapters outlined, which is really, I just have written down like a single sentence of like what the hell is going to happen in that chapter, which is fine. But it's okay. And as you know, I have multiple goals, so that way if I don't reach one of them, I don't feel so bad. Psychology, it's fun. So Milwordy goal number 1, secondary goal is writing more each month than I'm critiquing reading wise and such. And that includes outlining, that includes editing for me, to just as a personal goal to do that more a little bit each month, and then eventually I'm able to do that solely without critiquing, except when my lovely friends need a critique partner or a beta reader or something, because I'm all for that. I love reading what other people have written in their creativity. It's fun. I think it's because I really liked the show Mystery Science Theater 3000 growing up, but I'm not doing it in a mocking way. I'm doing it in a supportive way, because I will argue with your characters. It happens. So the other secondary goal I have is completing my Nano project, whether it's only 30,000 words like I'm projecting right now, or if it's actually 50. But if I complete that Nano project, I'm happy, because that's another manuscript complete, and that's pretty cool. And then my final goal is to actually win Nano. But there's a reason why it's that far down the list. So I still feel pretty good. I'm weighing my goals appropriately. I am making sure I'm with my family more. I have had my laptop out a little bit more than I normally do, but after work, then I'm at work too, which I'm not actually at work. I'm at a desk in my house, and so my son will come climb into my lap sometimes. But I think it's still good. If you like this video, please click like, because it can't read your mind. I'm sorry. I appreciate all the likes I get. And even the one dislike that I actually noticed. So apparently I've had 2 dislikes on my videos thus far. It's fine. I look at it as I made it. So please comment down below your secondary goals, your rules that you're following with Milwordy, and yeah, I'll talk to y'all again next week. Bye.